Hey guys, it's Skinface here, and welcome back to episode 12 of my Manchester City career mode. Now in today's episode, we are going to be continuing on with the January transfer window, maybe putting in one or two more bids. It's difficult to know exactly how much business we're going to be doing in today's episode, and maybe getting rid of one or two players, but again, it's difficult to tell at this stage at the moment. Not really got any bids on the mind just yet, but you never know, it could happen throughout this episode. We'll wait and see as we progress through. We've also got some matches to play as ever. We've got the second leg of the game against Watford in the semi-finals of the FA Cup to play as well. That's in just over a week's time, so plenty of time to get some transfers potentially done before then. There's only really one position I'm looking at, which is right back at the moment. And then we could get to the Everton game as well after that. Not so sure how many games we'll play. Really depends on the transfers that we are doing or not doing. So yeah, last episode, if you didn't see it, very important episode if you want to see the evolution of the side a little bit. Last episode is probably the best one to watch because we do spend quite a lot of money. We've got a lot of money still left as well if we choose to use it. But before we get into things, if we could try and hit 100 likes, I would really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel, just haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. That'd be absolutely fantastic. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers. Clicking that button down below the video, that would be absolutely fantastic. Let's crack on with today's episode. First things first, we're going to take a look at the shortlist. I've added a few players in here that I'm looking at because I'm mainly looking at right backs at the moment. I want to try and get a replacement for Sanya. Of course, he is leaving in real life, and I want to try and fade him out of the team slowly. Of course, he's okay as a backup right back at the moment, but I want someone really to compete with Kyle Walker, and that's why I've got these sort of 3 or 4 options here. These two youngsters I'm not really so sure about, but Aurier and Dani Alves are potential ones. I'm obviously not necessarily looking for a young player. It doesn't have to be someone young. It just has to be someone that's good enough quality to be at least a second right back for us. So that's why Dani Alves is still in the frame, despite being 33 years old. I am still looking at him because his stats are incredible. So it's worth taking a look at him, even though he is the same age as Maccabi Sanya. And I will continue to look at that. And also we are going to be scouting these two youngsters as well. We are also searching for right back separately from that as well. And hopefully over the next few days we'll find out exactly what comes back. But for now, I think we're just going to sit a few more days and see what happens. Any transfers coming in potentially as well. Sanya has also been transfer listed now as well. We've got a bid in here for Otamendi. Okay, £23.5 million for Everton. It's obviously a lot more than what he's worth, which is nice, but I'm not so sure I want to get rid of him, to be totally honest. We have 6 centre-backs at the moment, which is obviously quite a lot, but I want to try and keep all 6. I don't think we need to really get rid of anyone, especially not Otamendi as well. He's doing a decent job for us alongside Vincent Kompany, so for now I will reject that offer. Transfer for in for Bacary Sanya, it's Tottenham, £5 million the bid that they've put in for him. And it's a little bit tempting to keep him until the end of the season when his contract runs out. Of course, there is the option to get rid of him now, although we don't have any real need to do that. He is obviously still to be good enough till the end of the season. So unless the offer is good enough, I'm not going to be selling him. He is transfer listed though, just to kind of see what sort of clubs will come in for him. I'm going to ask for £7.5 million. If they choose not to go ahead with it, then of course we won't really go any lower than that. But we'll see what Tottenham say. In the last episode, we also offered out some new contracts as well, or that might have been in between episodes. Can't quite remember. But anyway, Fernandez and Diaz and Kyle Walker all getting new contracts here, all accepted, which is good news for us. Okay, on to some player drills. A lot of the youngsters still in the youth academy to try and get going up here. I think what we might quickly do actually, after we've just seen this growth from 1 or 2 players, is actually take a look at the youth academy. I've not really shown you it, and it's actually looking quite good in terms of the high potential players anyway. So we are going to take a look at it now, and we'll see exactly how good things are going, because last time I checked, it's doing pretty well. Okay, so here we are. First of all, got this guy here, 17 years old, right mid, potential-wise, looking fairly decent potentially, but his overall currently 44, not so good. This goalkeeper, current overall 49, again though potential could be very, very good. Same with the Brazilian guys as well, so we've got a few there that look okay, but there are some further down who actually look much better. This guy doesn't look too bad as well. This guy's pretty good, Brazilian guy there, but this is more like it. Spanish right winger, potential between 81 and 94. This guy could be really, really good for us. You can see his stats there, not looking too bad for a 16-year-old. Of course, usually it's their physical stats that don't do so well, but this guy seems to be doing pretty well, and it's certainly one we're going to keep an eye on further. An English guy here, it's quite nice to have a good English player as well. He needs obviously a little bit more time to turn to 16, but this guy is another really, really good winger that we currently have in our youth academy. 63 overall, potential between 81 and 94. Let me know what you want me to do with these guys. Do you want me to just train them up in the youth academy? Do you want me to promote them and then train them up, or what? Let me know in the comments below what you'd like me to do, or what gets the best results out of them, because I've always struggled to get these youth players to the next level. I see a lot of people get them to sort of like 80 overall, mid-80s, and rarely seem to do that. So really want to try and do that, really want to try and get their full potential. You can see there's a lot of good players here as well. Another 15-year-old who looks quite good. So fullbacks here, which I've been very, very impressed with. might well promote Oscar Hill and give us another option at right back. Got this guy here at left back as well, another really, really good potential player there as well. So quite a few decent Brazilians, amongst obviously Spanish and English players as well, but certainly looking quite a good promising youth academy. Just not really sure how to harness the best from them at the moment. Okay, so we are a day before this game against Watford now. Now, just to get the ball rolling a little bit, we are just going to put in a bid for Serge Aurier, and we're going to see what they say to £28 million. We'll just kind of get things going again. We don't have to necessarily pursue this. It's just an initial bid. We've obviously got the contract still to go through as well if we choose to. But it's just in case anything happens with the Bakary Sagna deal, in case that one gets matched. We'll have to just kind of wait and see. We'll also put in a bid for Dani Alves as well. I quite like the idea of bringing him to Man.City. Pep Guardiola obviously managed him when he was at Barcelona, and there has been some rumours that if Dani Alves was to leave, that Man.City would be interested. They're still apparently keeping tabs on it. So we will go with, I think, £12 million. A lot for a 33-year-old, but still a very, very good overall. Really good stats as well. Of course, it'll start to decrease a little bit, but even if it's only a short-term option, I like the idea of trying to sign him and get him in as a backup right back or a starter, depending on how he plays in game. And a response here from Tottenham, £5 million is what they want. That's what they want to pay for him, which is obviously what they bid before, so there's no progress there whatsoever. If they're not going to go with 7.5, then I mean, that's as low as I'm going to go. I'm just going to count off the exact same. PSG come back, say unacceptable. They want 38.5. Wow, that's a substantial amount more. Obviously, just over £10 million more. So we will go with, I think, 32. It's a lot of money here for a right back, but yeah, we'll see what happens. It's a lot of money for a player who might be our backup right back. Who knows? Depending on how good he is in game. £15.5 million to Dani Alves is what they would like. We'll go with 14, and that should be accepted, really. Okay, on to the second leg of the semi-final against Watford. This is the side I'm going to go with. It's pretty much going to try and include a few of our new signings that we've made, and also just pretty much a full-strength team as well. I want to get into a final. I want to make sure we beat Watford to get into the final of the EFL Cup. I want to try and win as much silverware as possible. This is the side I've gone with Ederson, Kyle Walker, Kompany, Otamendi, Bertrand, Gundogan, Silva, De Bruyne, Sterling, Aguero, and Leroy Sané all starting here. Gundogan is the holding midfielder this time round. Just going to give it a go, see how he gets on there. We do have obviously plenty of options on the bench if that doesn't go so well. Mendy gets on there as well, and yeah, just a few decent options for us on the bench. Let's crack on, let's see how we get on. In about 3 or 4 days' time, it's another cup game against Brighton in the FA Cup, so of course that'll be a weakened side, but still got to make sure we do well in that competition. Okay, here we go, 1-0 up from the previous leg, so that's obviously going to help us to an extent, but any goals that we can get in this game will be really, really good, because obviously I think that will count as away goals, or I assume that's the case anyway at this stage in the competition, so any goal will pretty much get us through into the next round. Obviously, there is the chance that they could outscore us, but the likelihood of that happening is fairly small. So we've got to make sure that we manage to score in this game just to really make it very difficult for them. Silva running forward, going to wait for someone to make a run. He's going to look for Raheem. He's going to find him as well. Raheem, tried to pick him out. He has done, still going. Gets blocked. Don't know how it found its way back to Silva. Good bit of play though between those two. Nearly linking up with a nice little 1-2 there. Still got the ball as well, high up the pitch. And no, we don't. Oh, Ederson just about putting it over the bar. Close to lobbing him there. It's a corner here for Watford. Got to try and clear it if we can straight away. Into the back post. Holebas is there to head it back across and well headed away. Leroy out to Sterling. Into Kevin De Bruyne. Turns. Aguero onto Kevin De Bruyne, going to cut it back. Aguero shoots and saves. Leroy Sané's going to try and cut it back. Aguero again, and it's over the bar. So close. Again, it's not quite happened for us. Just over 5 minutes left of the first half. Still unable to get that crucial first goal to put us in the lead. Chance. Oh, he's found the top corner. Watford have not looked that much of a threat at all in this game, and it's on the stroke of half-time that they've smashed themselves into the lead. We've been the better team in this match, certainly, no doubt about that, just not cleared it properly here. Bernardo Silva should get to that, he doesn't, and that leaves a huge gap in our defence, and just allows him to shoot there. It's a hell of a strike. Not really much saving that right into the top right corner. It's a good strike, but we should not be losing this game. It's 1-0, and yeah, got to try and find ourselves a goal now. It's going to have to be in the second half, though. Disappointing to end the first half like that. That was our first shot on target of the first half as well. We've had 3 shots on target, 4 shots in total, and I just couldn't find a way through. Played much better than the last episode though, performance-wise much better, despite us not being in the lead in this game, and despite us losing at the moment, we have actually performed very well. Sergio, can we pick anyone out? Oh, falls to Silva, onto Leroy, back onto Silva. Oh, what a goal that would have been. Sané's still there. Oh, saved by the goalkeeper. Oh, what a goal that would have been. Silva and Sané combining brilliantly. Look at that. Oh, like a young Mandzukic. Okay, first change, Gundogan to come off, Sol to come on at CDM. It's a tactical change, not to do with him being tired or anything like that. It's just not worked out for Gundogan in that position so far today. He's not quite capable of winning back the ball, doesn't quite have the legs for that position either. It's obviously just the position, there's obviously no issue with him playing centre mid, I don't think, but just needs someone that's a better holding midfielder there. He's not quite fitting us, or at least fitting how I want to play in that position anyway. Okay, next set of changes, 2 changes now, Mendy and Jesus to come on. We'll take off Leroy Sané, we'll also take off Silva as well, give him a rest. Sané's obviously booked as well, so that's why we're going to do that. Mendy's going to play on the left-hand side as a left winger. Change formation, 4-3-3 attack. We're going to go Sergio Aguero at centre-back and mid, and Gabriel Jesus up front. 20 minutes to go. We've got to try and find ourselves a winning goal. Don't want to take this into extra time or whatever it goes into. I'm assuming it's just into extra time. So yeah, don't really want to have to do that if I can help it with a game in sort of 3 or 4 days' time. Aguero, back to Gabriel Jesus. Go on. Oh, couldn't stretch for it. 5 minutes to go now. Go on, Mendy. He's won it back. Mendy. Oh, I thought it got in. Saved again. I thought Mendy had done it with the new signing. Looked very close there. Just doesn't quite hit it properly. Can't really expect much more. He's a defender at the end of the day. He's only there because he's left-footed. Raheem Sterling to try and deliver. Didn't want him to do it like that. That's it. 1-1, and that means we're going into extra time. Did not want this to happen. An extra 30 minutes to play now, and yeah, with the game we had to Brighton in 3 days' time. You don't want this to happen. But we're going to have to get through it. We're going to have to try and get through it somehow. And there's going to be a lot of change, I think, in that game in 3 days' time. Mendy. Going to look to Bertrand out wide. He's going to cut it back. Still going here. Mendy inside to Jesus. Turns and saved again. Oh, how many opportunities have we had that have been saved now? I think that might be the 11th save by Pantelimon during this game. Sterling now to deliver into the back post. Otamendi's rising, but of course, Pantelimon manages to get it away. That's it for the first half of extra time. On to the second half now. At this rate, we're going to be going to penalties because there's not that many chances to really show you, to be honest. Come on, there's still time. 8 minutes to go. Gabriel Jesus now trying to run through. Good chance for him on his left foot. He scored it as well. It's the goal that we needed. That's the goal that will take us into the final. There's 7 minutes left. They have to score 2 goals now because we've got ourselves the away goal. It's Gabriel Jesus. Look at the way that he just gets past the defence pretty comfortably, actually, in the end. It's a hell of a left-foot strike past the goalkeeper. And it is 1-1 and 2 in aggregate. Like I say, that is one that should take us into the final of the EFL Cup. Very, very important goal there. It's come so late, but it was important that we got it anyway. It's important we didn't leave it down to luck on penalties. That's it. We're through into the final. Really, really happy about that. Of course, important to get through and win this game. I'd like to have scored more goals, but you know, I've already said we did create a lot of chances. It was just the goalkeeper was brilliant today. 11 shots, 8 of those on target. You can see the domination in the shots that we managed to take, and yeah, just didn't quite manage to make the goals, but other than that, a very good performance, and on to the next game now, which will be against Brighton. Obviously, an easier game, but with a much weaker side, so we don't really know how that's going to go, basically. Was it Tottenham or Ipswich we have in the final? Didn't even see, but hopefully we're able to beat either of them anyway. Speaking of Tottenham, and they have come back and said they'll pay £5.5 million, so they've increased it, but it's still not 7.5, so I'm going to reject it. But good news in terms of the right backs we're trying to bring in. PSG and Juventus have both accepted the bids we put in, and for this one, Aurier is going to be 80 grand a week, and we'll go with a 5-year contract. And we will go with an important first-team player. We'll just see what he says to that. And Dani Alves will be asking for 110 grand a week. If he wants that, he's going to have to commit to a 2-year deal. And he'll also be an important first-team player as well. A lot of money, but obviously he's a cheaper player in terms of the transfer fee. Both of them accepted like that. Very, very easily as well. No renegotiation or anything like that. We could potentially sign either of them here. I might just leave it down to you guys in the comments below what you want me to do about this. We do have a week to decide, and obviously after this game that's coming up, we will have pretty much finished the episode. So let me know in the comments below. I'm obviously very interested to see what you think I should do. Do I just keep Sanya until the end of the season? Do I try and get rid of Sanya and bring in one of those guys? Let me know what you think. Maybe someone else, maybe you've got another suggestion as well. I have been scouting, like I say, other right backs, but it's difficult to find another decent right back, to be totally honest, that kind of fits what I'm after. So I think those two that we put in bids for would be good, but it's just up to you guys, I think, now in the comments. Another potential option for us, certainly would be interested in him. Let me know your thoughts. Do I try and bring in some, maybe a younger right back like this? to obviously try and play as a second right back, which would probably make more sense, to be honest, behind Kyle Walker, or do I go with the more expensive right backs that we've taken a look at earlier? I think we'll go with the £7.5 million bid for him, just to kind of, again, get the ball rolling a little bit and see what Bayer Leverkusen say. I can also say I don't think Alexis Sanchez will be a transfer target for us this season. We'll take a look at it in the summer, and we'll see whether I get rid of Nolito or what happens there. I won't be signing him in this transfer window, sadly. We'll just also wait and see what happens in real life as well with Sanchez. We actually do have Ipswich in the final, so yeah, that should be an easier final for us, but of course we do still need to go out there and really try and thrash them if possible and put on a good performance. We'll focus on this game though against Brighton. It's the next game to play for us. It's the 4th round of the FA Cup, and that means we will be playing a change team. So yep, this is the team I've gone with. Heavily changed. Bravo starts in goal. Sanya at right back. Stones, Hernandez, Mendy, Fernandinho, Yaya Toure, Delph, Nolito, Jesus and Fernandez all starting. And there's the bench as well. Plenty of quality on the bench if we need it. But of course also the youngsters on there as well in case we are winning the match quite comfortably. We'll wait and see how that goes. A change side. It'll be the final game of the episode as well. But yeah, quite happy with that team. We'll wait and see how we get on. Just hopefully we play better than the last game, or at least take our chances unlike the last game. We certainly played fairly well, to be honest, but need to start scoring some more goals. Last episode we didn't score enough either. Okay, here we go at the Etihad Stadium for this game against Brighton. It's an opportunity for Sanya here at right back to show us what he can still do. Of course, he has played for us before many times so far this season, but as a backup to Kyle Walker in these sort of lesser matches. So an opportunity for him to show us basically what he's able to do. Does he still have enough for us until the end of the season, or is he not good enough for now? So we'll wait and find out. He does have 6 months left on his deal, and that will be running out come the end of the season. So we'll wait and see what happens. Do we need to replace him now or not? I suppose we'll find out based on part of this game anyway. Obviously not all down to this match. Mendy into Delph. He's going to look to Gabriel Jesus. Lifts it over him. Oh, so close. In between the two Brighton defenders. That's a really good bit of build-up play from us. Gabriel Jesus with a good chance. Look at this little chip through. Love those passes. Great run as well, but a good save by the goalkeeper. Yaya's going to just try and get it in the front post if we can. Or maybe not. Fabian Delph was up there. Couldn't get there though. Fernandez switching out to Nolito. What a pass that is. Great switch. Yaya Toure's in the middle. That's the guy we're going to aim for. Nearly found Gabriel Jesus. Got punched away. Fernandinho still going to try and bring it into the box. On his left foot. Couldn't do anything. Nolito might. And again gets blocked. At the moment, Brighton just throwing loads of bodies in front of every single one of our shots. We are on top. We've not had loads of clear-cut chances. Certainly having the better of the ball, as you've just seen. But yeah, still not converting them just yet. Hopefully that'll happen soon, though, before half-time, ideally. Delph looking to cut it back here. Gabriel Jesus, gets blocked. Still has it though, Jesus. Out to Nolito. Can he pick out someone in the middle? Yaya's at the back post. Oh, he just managed to put it past the post. And that is it for the first half as well. That brings us to a close. And Yaya Toure with a great opportunity there right at the end. Still remains 0-0. Again, just a little bit of a goal shortage at the moment. Don't know why. Because we have, in more recent episodes, not that long ago, been scoring quite a lot of goals quite quickly as well. So, not so sure why it's not quite happening. Of course, it is a change side, and we can make that excuse. But we've had a lot of chances, just haven't quite finished them off at the moment. Got to try and find some more clear-cut opportunities, though. Jesus, on to Delph. Go on, pull it back. He has done as well. Oh, it's going to pass it. I think it was Sergio Aguero, I think, was going to make a run forward. He stopped in the end. Probably could have done more with that chance again. We'll take the free kick, of course, but we've got an injury to Delph. And rather than weaken the side, I think I'm going to bring on Sol. I'm just going to go as strong as possible, really. Sol's going to come on. He's going to come and play where Fabian Delph was. And it's a shame to have been injured, because obviously we've just got all our injured players back, and that's another one for us. Hopefully it's not too bad. Yaya Toure's on this one, but I don't think we'll actually go with him. I think we'll go with Sol, who's just come on. Left footer makes sense, I think, from this position. And we'll try and pick out, I think, Yaya at the front post if we can get hold of him. No, doesn't let me get hold of him. Okay, then we'll go for someone else at the front post. Is this John Stones? He's going to make a late run. Okay, it's the wrong position after all that. Oh, Gabriel Jesus switches it out to Fernandez here. Doesn't quite get the touch right. And the youngster's kind of giving it away. It's a free kick, though. Got a little bit lucky. Is that going to be a second yellow, surely? Wasn't Duff the guy who did the other tackle? Yes, he was. Red card. Fantastic news. Just less than 30 minutes to go. And they're now down to 10 men. Duffy with 2 challenges that have given us 2 free kicks. In a fairly decent positions as well. I say fairly good. It's actually very difficult for a right footer here. Do we have a decent left footer? Sol's not very good. I'll have to go with him anyway, I think. It's only really going to be a shooting opportunity from here. Sol's trying to get it up and over the wall. Oh, it's actually a little bit closer than I thought. I think it hits the top of the goal, which was fairly close, but not close enough. Okay, final two changes. Yaya and Alito to come off. We'll change the formation, 4-3-3 attack again. Diaz goes in behind Jesus, Sané on the left-hand side. We're going fairly strong. A strong way to finish the game, 20 minutes left. I have no issues with playing Leroy Sané for the final 20 minutes. He'll recover fine, I think, for the next game. But yeah, we've got to try and get ourselves a goal. Again, do not want this one to go into a second leg or extra time, whatever it is, because that's obviously not good for us with so many fixtures. The reason why I've got so many fixtures is because we're still in so many competitions right now. So we've got to try and keep that up and see whether we can play our way through it here with a stronger set of players on the pitch. Fernandez. Good pass here onto Gabriel Jesus. Can he get us through this game as well? Not quite. Saved by the goalkeeper. And they'll get to the second one as well, Stockdale. Gabriel Jesus, I think, is going to have to be the player that gets us the goal. Him or Leroy Sané, I think. Diaz switches over to Leroy Sané. Who's marking? I've got no idea. He's completely free. Sané, it must be. It is, and it's Leroy Sané who gets the goal. I said it'd be him or Jesus to try and get us the goal, and it's 9 minutes to go. I have no idea where the fullback is. I have absolutely no idea. Don't know how much space he's in there, but he was completely unsurrounded. Look at how much he's got the whole left-hand side of the pitch to run into. I have no idea where that right back is, but he's slotted at home and he's got us into the next round, hopefully. 9 minutes to go, maybe a little bit premature to say that, but it certainly looks likely now, and that's a really, really good way to get ourselves the lead. And he's only been on the pitch a few minutes as well, so even better that the substitute's got it. Gabriel Jesus through to Diaz. Go on, Sol. Holds it up. Jesus must be a goal. It is. It's Gabriel Jesus and Leroy Sané that see us into the next round. It's 2-0. He comes really late on. Better late than never. Of course, going down to 10 men appears to have helped him. That's probably where that right back's gone. I've just realised. I'm pretty sure he was playing at right back, the guy that went off. So that's probably the reason why we've had so much space on the left-hand side, and we've certainly capitalised on it and got ourselves the second goal. Fantastic way to finish the game. Probably should have done it much earlier. We needed to get those goals early. That would have taken the pressure off, but even though the pressure's been on, we've managed to deal with it and got it in the top right-hand corner there from Gabriel Jesus. 2-0, and we are into the next round. That's it, a 2-0 win does see us through into the next round, beating Brighton, knocking them out as well. Another case, though, 2 episodes in a row where we've kind of been doing it a little bit too late. We've been playing well too late in the match, and it's seen us through the games. We've managed to win plenty of matches still recently, but it's more the fact that we're doing it a little bit too late on the game. Against better opposition, they probably would have maybe snatched a winner there against us. So we have to be careful about that because, yeah, we do just seem to play well in the last 15 or 20 minutes, which of course isn't great. Need to try and get a little bit more consistent throughout the match, but we've got ourselves through, and I can't really complain too much about that. But yeah, the timings of when we score the goals needs to be much earlier, and we need to get more goals as well. The last 2 episodes haven't been particularly good on the goal side of things. I know in the previous episodes before that's been really, really good for us, but just recently we need to try and step it up a little bit. Next episode, a game against West Ham to play in the league, actually. A game behind Chelsea. If we win the game against West Ham, 2 points behind Chelsea, we've really made up that deficit pretty well at the moment, so we're doing really well on that side of things. Chelsea must be dropping points still, so that's great news. We've only conceded 9 goals this season in 20 matches. What a statistic that is, and we conceded 9 goals but lost 3 matches and drawn 3, so it's crazy, but yeah, really, really impressive so far. We've got to keep winning though, because Chelsea clearly dropping points at the moment, and we're getting much closer to them. Hopefully next episode we'll see us get even closer to them, maybe even overtake them by next episode. We'll just have to wait and see. Don't forget to leave your opinions on what I should do about the right back situation. Do I keep Sanya for the rest of the season? Do I try and sign one of those right backs that we've got there, the contract sorted? Or do I try and bring in one of those youngsters that I showed you earlier? Let me know in the comments below. Fabian Delph for 3 months with a broken ankle, another really bad injury for us. And Bayer Leverkusen saying unacceptable for their youngster. We will just put in a bid whilst I can still remember what is going on exactly. We'll go with £9 million. That should be enough for them to accept it. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, if we could try and hit 100 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel or just haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next episode. Goodbye.